Greetings, fellow humans. Are you prepared? Are you prepared for first contact with aliens? Well, as if it already hasn't happened yet. Are you ready? What do you think's going on? We have drones too, so I'll show you guys that. So I've brought together a few things. Wondered what your guys' thoughts are. Are we being invaded? Are they trying to show off to us and prepare us for first contact? Are there definitely aliens? Some people say aliens are actually demons, like interdimensional demons of some sort. I had somebody on my show who channeled alien beings before. Do you guys believe in that? Sometimes it sounds pretty convincing. The aliens always sound pretty smart when they're talking through these channelers. And there's a book that was apparently dictated by an alien called The Law of One, which is very interesting. And I'm pretty sure, although I couldn't find it, pretty sure they said we're going into 4D really soon, like pretty soon. We're going to go to fourth density is what they called it in that book, The Law of One. I am Ra. Not me knows about it. Yeah, Ra. Talked about the pyramids and everything in great detail. Very hard stuff for humans to just come up with on their own. So I wonder what it is, when these people think they're like contacting aliens. Oh, and I have a clip today about somebody who says Galactic, I think it's the Galactic Federation. Where's that clip? There it is. Galactic Federation, that we've maybe already been talking to them, which would make sense. It would make sense maybe that the aliens would reach out to the leaders first. What do you think they are? You think they're versions of us? What do you think happened to MH370? Do you think it was transported to another time? It apparently had some technology on it that allowed supercomputing at room temperature or something, which was previously impossible. The guys on that MH370 flight, which went into a black hole. What do you guys think happened to that? What kind of technology do we have ourselves? Can we manipulate time and space? Is that the next frontier for us? And what does that mean? Do aliens live beyond time and space? Beyond time? Time is just a construct of one sort. What if they can move? What if they change the titles on our movies and books? Like the Berenstain Bears. What do you guys think about that? Lots of crazy stuff happens on this planet, which is unexplainable. So I'll show you some videos, some more video. I don't know. They just seem to be coming in every day. There's the drones in New Jersey, which seem to have, people say they make noise. I can't really hear them in the videos. But apparently they make noise, like they have helicopter blades, and most UFOs or UAPs or whatever don't have that kind of human grade propulsion. They use some other form of propulsion, which usually people describe as silent. So Bible changes are happening, maybe. Yeah, what about the wine into wine bottles? That's a weird change. Instead of wineskins, don't put old wine in old wineskins is what it used to say. Now it says in bottles, which doesn't even make sense. But there are different translations of the Bible, so it gets confusing. What changed? All right, we also have the guy. He's still on the loose. Apparently, he's not in New York City anymore. The guy who killed the healthcare CEO. People are questioning whether it's really a picture of him because he's wearing slightly different clothing, different backpack. They're curious about that picture that I'm looking at over there. People think it might not be him. And now they're saying it might not be the suspect. But either way, they say the suspect is out of town. There are some theories about it, including that he might have hired his own hitman. So I have that. Let's see. Did I open up all these things? Oh, yeah, I have this too. All right, let me make sure to open that. So I'll give you different theories about. Oh, there it is. Different theories about the CEO death too, in addition to talking about aliens. Aliens might have killed the CEO. Who knows? Are you ready? Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you guys. Happy Friday. Okay, cue musical intro. Boy, that's brilliant. I do think some things in the world are real. Like you guys. You guys are real. Most of you. Most of my listeners, I think, are not just in my head. I think I have the metrics to prove it. You've taken a leap of faith today. What is that sound? And I apologize if you take offense. I'm a little offended myself. Welcome to our show. Welcome to the future. What it is, joining you live from sunny California. It's a beautiful day today. I'm your host, Nathan Stoltman. And I bring you the news, the real news. Yep. And Bitcoin's over 100K, 10222 right now. So we think that's going to keep going up. We think, well, if we had to speculate why the aliens decided on now to introduce themselves to us, we would have to say it's because of Bitcoin, maybe because of Bitcoin and AI, possibly. They think we're close enough. And if they wanted to communicate with us, couldn't they communicate with us through the AI somehow? Rocket scientists and stuff worked with interdimensional beings, I think. And then who knows if Elon does. There's previous history, though, of rocket scientists being into the occult, getting information that way. I'm sure Elon would love to have that space technology. I don't know if we can go to Mars, though. I don't think we can. So I don't know about Elon sometimes. All right, let me show you this before I show you aliens. I gotta put up a goal. What about the nuke theory? Which one? That they're not real? Don't know about that either. Can't say for sure. I just think we haven't used them yet. And the tests, I don't know. I just don't know. They have those earthquake sensors that go off when they say they do tests. And didn't Kim Jong-un do a test and it collapsed his base or something? So I just don't know. But previously, the tests and stuff they showed, I don't think were nuclear bombs from the way they described they should work. And the aftermath at Hiroshima didn't look like a nuclear bomb because there were still like trees standing up and stuff. But we might have them. They say the aliens shut down nuclear bases. They say they can shut down our technology. And now some people are reporting that their clocks are changing in their cars when the drones fly over. So, and again, drones, aliens, different. Okay, let me give you two, before we get into aliens, because people want to tune in for that. I'll play you two theories on TV. I mean, it seems like, they're really conspiracy theorists on TV. They don't mind. So here's one of the theory. And anyway, this picture here that you're looking at, people are saying it's different. Like he's wearing a different coat. I think it's And then the backpack's a different color, which is true. He has like a tan backpack, and the jacket looked darker in other pictures. But I'm wondering if the picture might just show up a little. The jacket otherwise looks the same, but the backpack thing is interesting. I mean, people are, screaming psyop on this. So let's see. Anyway, here's one theory.
You think that they know who he is? You think that they have his identity?
It's a good chance. It's a very good possibility with these new photographs that he has, that they already know who he is. Mm-hmm. It's a very good chance of that. But I want to say something else that I know these criminal investigators are looking into as it relates to motive. There have been times when people have orchestrated their own demise for certain reasons. We know that there was some, and I'm not saying this is the case, but as an investigator,
like for insurance purposes,
absolutely, insurance purposes. Maybe they fear some type of investigation down the road. Maybe they want to leave their family in a good light. But there have been cases where people have orchestrated their own demise. And here's another reason.
And just to say, you're saying in a nice language, you're saying that it is a possibility.
It is a possibility
that he hired somebody to kill him.
Absolutely. It cannot be ignored. And this is what is really digging at me as a former criminal investigator. This guy knew too much about where he was going to be at a specific time. There's no evidence that I've seen of him. When you look at the timeline of him coming to that area outside of the Hilton and where he was outside of the Hilton, it's a very small window. Very small window. It's not like he was roaming around. Mm-hmm. We have video of him roaming around, going from one door to the next, trying to figure out where he's going to be at a specific time.
He knew.
He was there. He was laying in wait. Who would have that specific type of information as to what sidewalk he was going to be on?
Okay. Wow. Well, that's
saying.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way a criminal investigator's mind works, and it's important. It's important. Shimon, I'm going to.
There you go. He's under investigation for insider trading. So Dershowitz has the theory too. That's a crazy one. They hired someone to kill him. Sometimes that happens. That's kind of crazy. I guess take care of your family. Or maybe he thought he was going to, if he thought he was going to jail for his insider trading charges, it's possible. Then maybe his wife wouldn't have gotten money somehow, or they would have taken money away. And maybe if he's dead, they can't convict him. Kind of crazy, though. It's kind of crazy to think you would hire someone to kill you. Then what if you were like, no, I changed my mind. And they're like, what would you do if you were the assassin? If you got paid to kill somebody and they were like, hold on. Shoot him anyway, right? You got to be a professional. Okay. But that would be weird. Okay, here's Dershowitz with his theory on it, which I will share with you. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird theory, but he did know where he was going to be, I guess. So, but it would have been relatively easy to find out he'd be at like the annual financial meeting for shareholders, which I guess is what it was. I mean, I'm sure it had a specific start time, which I think was 8 a.m. He was there early. And he got the guy alone walking in. Don't know. All right, here's Dershowitz on his theory.
I have a theory about why this CEO was killed. Remember, there's information that there was an investigation about insider trading. And if he was being investigated, there were people out there who would be afraid he would flip and turn against them. And so I think they have to investigate the possibility that somebody who he might have testified against had him killed to prevent him from being from testifying. Also, whoever killed him knew where he was going, knew he was going at 6:40 in the morning, knew it was well before the events began. So I think the investigation has to look inward to the company to see who was under investigation and who this guy might have flipped again. And I have a theory.
There you go. Could be that's the one that might involve Nancy Pelosi because because there's insider trading. I don't know if Congress people are like completely immune from insider trading or just mostly immune. Like they're not allowed to be prosecuted for some reason for insider trading, I heard. But she bought a stock that was related to the hack of United Healthcare Inc. or whatever it is. She invested in something called Palo Alto Networks, I believe, that ended up investigating the hack. So I don't know. Might have been Nancy Pelosi is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's possible. I have some different videos. Oh yeah. There's this old news clip. I have a feeling. I have a feeling the aliens are about to talk to us. But people will say it's a psyop. Or it could be a sign of the end. I don't know how people will react. But you know how people are. They'll be like, oh, don't listen to them, right? They're trying to trick us. That's what like half the people will say. Then half the people, the Democrats, will probably believe them. That's the way it usually works. Because they are okay with authority. They'd be like, oh, the aliens are an authority figure, like scientists. We don't question them. And the Republicans, because they question things. Don't listen to them. They're demons. Okay. So here's a story from the original Trump administration, I believe, about this Israeli former space security chief. Let's see.
Aliens exist and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief. In an interview with an Israeli newspaper, he said the aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely explains this one.
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years. Chaim Eshed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years, not immigrants, but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation of aliens, and he says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria. Well, the retired general says the US and Israel have kept it from the public because, quotes, humanity isn't ready and the aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity can evolve, he says, and understand what space really is. Well, the good news is that he claims an agreement has been reached between the US government and the aliens, a contract to do experiments here. There's also, he says, a secret underground base on Mars where there are American and alien representatives.
Wow. Secret alien base with humans. How did they get there? Did the aliens take them there? Aliens have been abducting people, apparently. The thing I think is weird about abductions, though, is some people who are abducted say they're abducted many times. Which I find interesting. I don't know why they don't abduct different people. Like it'll be one person who got abducted 30 times or something. So yeah, that's the Galactic Federation. People talk about that. Scotty has a response that I've seen. The alien crap in general is pushing an antichrist agenda. It's possible, right? Because yeah, then you have to question like what you believe in. Like, what if they tell you, what if they tell you something bad about Jesus or something? They could bring a new religion, an alien religion. Very interesting. All right, let me show you something. These are crazy. A lot of people are calling them drones now when they're UFOs, because these don't look like drones. I'll show you some. This is apparently off the web. I also don't know the origin of many of these videos, just that they keep popping up. And people say they're recent. So here's some lights going into the ocean off the West Coast, apparently. Here, watch these.
Someone called the cops on these lights.
Look, they go in the water. You think they live underwater?
See, even the police,
The UFO.
they're going crazy. These aliens are attacking.
Delbertube, you're saying those are drones? But they go into the water, it looks like. I don't know if you can see splashes, but I don't think drones can't go underwater. You think they're just disappearing over the horizon? It's possible. But they'd have to be very far away, which would be weird,
Oh
too.
my god, now cars are, they're starting to notice. Here comes another. Oh, fire truck.
Okay. Well, they could be drones. They look similar to drones. Sure. I don't know. But drones can't fly underwater. So, just so you know. Here's, thank you for the $5. God, I don't know what happened. Somehow I got out of the studio. 111 people tuned in? Really? All right. Well, I'll show you another one. So now people are confused because they don't know if they're drones or aliens, unless they go out to outer space. Am I back? Am I live now? I'm checking with the chat. I think I'm back. I see myself. Okay, thank you. All right, let's see. Okay, I'll show you more UAP video. You guys can decide. I wonder if we can get the aliens to communicate with us here somehow. Somehow by welcoming these, telling them that we're friendly to them, and we want to know what they have to say. That's in Brazil. Some light in the sky. Triangle formation. Oh wow. So don't know what that is. Oh yeah, another one. Okay, I'll show you that. I'll play some clips of people talking about aliens and stuff. Oh, thanks for the $5 super chat. Job for 9. Appreciate it. I think you said something about Bitcoin. No. I just imagine that. If aliens exist, then the mental health providers are going to be pissed they didn't listen to their patients. Yeah, they used to just say people were crazy, right? Before cell phones and stuff. Oh, yeah. Would they know my address without me telling them job for 9? And it's just zapped your stream and you're wanting to talk to them. Ask for Bitcoin. Yeah, I should. If they could control that, you think they can control that? They could take over the world by taking over the money. But do you think they run the Federal Reserve and the central banks? Do you think the Rothschilds are descended from aliens? Or just lizard people? Or are they the same? Many unanswered questions. Okay. Here's some video with commentary. So
It's a plane. It's a plane with lights. No, it's not. No, it ain't. No, it's not. Well, there's no clouds. Shh. Quiet.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it on the camera. It's like a dome.
That's a UFO.
Quiet.
What the fuck? Like literally,
Look
dude,
at that
that's
thing.
weird in the sky right there.
Dude,
Dude, are we watching a comet or shooting star falling?
No, that's not moving quick enough. There's no tail. That's a UFO.
There's no blue or red lights. Something's coming off.
What the fuck?
Whoa, bro. It's coming right here. Like that. It's kind of like an aura coming off. I've never seen anything like it.
I got my video on $2 video.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, those don't look like drones. But then check this out.
Look how the light's going off in two sides,
look,
though.
look, it's moving. Look at the lights are moving around it. What the fuck? It's hovering. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I see that.
Look, it's going up. It's taking off. No fucking way.
What the? What the fuck? It just went out to space.
What
It just went out to
fuck was
space.
that?
What the? It just went out to
What
space.
the fuck?
Holy
my
shit!
God.
Sorry for the language.
Vandenberg could have launched something.
As you were saying,
It was crazy, right?
Could have been
as you were
Vandenberg.
saying, no alien.
No, no fucking way.
Bro, that thing
No.
just fucking disappeared.
Couldn't have been a rocket. I've seen the rockets launch from Vandenberg. I wonder if they're close to me. So yeah, this other video. Lots of videos every day. All right, now. Oh yeah. Okay. I understand, aliens. I will show them what you want me to show them. These are the ones in New Jersey that everybody is talking about, those in the news, because it's a security threat of some sort. That drones are just flying over, we don't know where they're from or anything. Seems worse than a balloon. I don't know why we don't shoot them down. All right, I'll show you this. Here's the drone. Here's the drones, what they are calling drones.
Oh my God.
In New Jersey.
Here it is.
But they have like blinking lights on them. That looks like a plane, but
What is that?
What is this, dude? He's driving home.
yeah, so those are the drones. And then I have some clip. Let me see if I have that. Yes. The clip where they say they're disrupting that people's clocks are changing. What do you think of that? Here's something that says people's clocks
A
change.
flying drone mystery raising alarms in New Jersey. There are clusters of large drones swarming the skies near the Bedminster Golf Club belonging to President-elect Trump. What is going on? Nate Foy with an update in our newsroom. Hi, Nate.
Hey, Dana. So one witness says it's like a parade. The drones just keep coming one after another, and you can hear them coming because they're so loud. Listen to the power of this drone last night. So residents in Morris County tell me this has been happening every single night with the exception of Thanksgiving over the past few weeks. One family claims they followed a drone in their car, and while it hovered above them, the clock in their car changed times. Then they say the clock went back to normal after they drove off. Witnesses also talk about the size of these drones. Some say they can be as big as a small car. Despite the growing concern, though, Morris County officials insist, quote, there continues to be no known threat to public safety. But residents tell Fox they're becoming more worried. The FAA is continuing to temporarily restrict flights over Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster and the Picatinny Arsenal military base. But authorities in Morris County this morning say they have no new information to share as the mystery continues.
Okay, keep us posted. This is bizarre. We need to know more. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
I'm Steve Ducey.
There you go. So, and they have drones over the UK too, apparently. Here's a guy, and apparently they're flying over U.S. military bases in the UK, these drones. So here's talk about that.
Why have they not shot any of them down? So you're telling me that, according to your sources at the Ministry of Defense, that this is considered a national emergency in England right now?
So I have a variety of sources. All I can say is that I can only speak insofar as my opinion. But I have a very strong opinion that this does constitute a national emergency, correct? There have also been sightings as well at another RAF base, which is operated by the US Air Force, named RAF Fairford. That's in Gloucestershire, so that's more to the west of England, but a different geographic location. But yeah, this is a crazy situation we find ourselves in. One of the bases that's been most impacted is RAF Lakenheath. Interestingly, RAF Lakenheath has been prepared to receive nuclear weapons from the USA, and the rumor is that those may now be deployed at the base, which, if true, it makes the situation even more concerning.
I think so. The aliens have shut down nuclear facilities before, so they'd probably stop us. If we do have nukes, they'd probably stop us. But I don't know. Hard to say. So that's going on in the UK, where they're going over US bases. Then I have, oh yeah, more reports. This guy has more reports of drones, basically. Here, this guy has more reports of drones and stuff all over the world. And one was near an aircraft carrier.
Drone sightings, not just in the United Kingdom, or supposed drone sightings. We're seeing anomalous objects, strange unidentified objects over countries all over the world. My inbox has exploded in the last few days. I'm getting messages from Russia, Kazakhstan, China, across Southeast Asia, Japan. People are reporting to me sightings of anomalous, strange objects that the governments are calling drones in some cases, but which are not explainable as known drones. And so the big issue is, what the hell are they? And we just simply don't know. That's a concern. Here's one, for example. We were told that the British aircraft carrier HMS Elizabeth in Germany, on the 22nd of November, there was a security incident at the port of Hamburg when the Queen Elizabeth was docked under heavy protection. The German armed forces had a secure military zone around the vessel with Homeland Security forces, and they reported a suspicious sighting of a 1.5 meter by 1.5 meter reconnaissance drone hovering over the 284 meter long aircraft carrier. They confirmed the incident, the Bundeswehr, and identified the drone as likely engaged in espionage activities. They deployed, and this is the crucial thing, they deployed what's called HP-47 jamming equipment, capable of emitting signals to disrupt and neutralize drones by forcing them to either land or return to their operators. But that attempt to intercept the drone was unsuccessful. So the bottom line is, whoever it is that's operating these craft, these objects over very sensitive military facilities, not just in the UK, but also clearly in Europe, Germany, and in multiple other countries around the world, including continuing reports in the continental USA. The people that are doing this are not being caught. They're operating with obvious impunity. And moreover, the technology that they are using is not susceptible to the known drone interdiction technology, which normally involves firing a signal at the craft and intercepting the signal that disrupts the operator's control of that drone.
So that's what he says about the drones, is that they're not susceptible to electronic warfare, which we should have that would disable them. So what's going on with the drones? Who do you think's behind that? It would have to be China or something, right? Who do you think would have that technology? And then what do you think, they're flying out of like submarines or something? They're coming from the ocean? Very weird. Unexplained. But it doesn't seem like aliens would use helicopters, because they have they can levitate, it seems like. Okay, here's U.S. senators talking about it. Here's Blumenthal, Connecticut senator who's involved in Sandy Hook.
The American people have no idea, really no idea, about the immensity of the threat in space. And I've made this comment in a classified setting that I wish the American people could be present in this room. Not this room, but the skiff, because our adversaries know what they are doing. We know what they are doing. They know we know what they are doing. But the American people have no idea. But if they were privy to what we hear, and you know it much better than we do because you live it, I think they'd be pretty alarmed. This is not by way of criticism of you, because you're living with the strictures of what is classified and not. But I think we have a real obligation to explain to the American people why space is a domain that matters, why the threats there are real and urgent, why they are growing in importance. So I think we all agree here that space is an important domain. Undersea warfare is an important domain.
He brought up undersea right at the last minute. Seems like they can fly underwater. The UAPs, not the drones. So we need to have undersea, but they can move through it like air, like it's air. Because somehow they manipulate like space. The craft, the UAP craft. They jump, they hyper jump or something. Okay, hold on. I have another senator. I have some random news. Okay, I have Nancy Mace, who might be a Congress person, who's talking about it. Let's see. Share this tab instead. So here she is talking about it after getting a classified briefing.
It did not come up. We talked about it, several different UAPs that have been in the press or leaked. Most of those have been explained, and they explained how they came to that conclusion, but there are ones that we discussed that are unexplained. And they have a plan, they say, to disclose and declassify how they came to that conclusion and why there's still objects that are unanswered. You mentioned shapes. What is it about the shapes? There are certain shapes that are unexplained, that are in the air. I'm in a classified setting, so I will let Arrow, I don't want to cross over and disclose classified information, but there are certain shapes consistently that are unexplained, which is fascinating. It did not come up. We talked about it.
Shapes that are unexplained. Okay, now you guys want some random news? I finished the UFO news for today. We are welcoming them to communicate with us. They can come to our chat. That's what they can do. They can come to the live chat and they can give super chats to communicate with us. You think they can control the money? The aliens? You think they can just hack the computers, do whatever they want with them, or what? What capabilities do you think they have? Do they have computers, or are they using some kind of mind technology? Okay, I'll play you a few political things. Let's see. Obama says that Republicans are about to steal elections, I think. Okay, I'll show you that. Oh, visit our store, truthclothing.io. And thanks for the super chat so far. We're 40% to our goal, I believe. Check out our store, truthclothing.io, where we have t-shirts for really good prices. They're really nice t-shirts. I'm wearing one today. All right, here's Obama saying, projecting, I guess.
There are going to be times potentially when one side tries to stack the deck and lock in a permanent grip on power, either by actively suppressing votes or politicizing the armed forces or using the judiciary, the criminal justice system to go after opponents. And in those circumstances, pluralism does not call for us to just stand back and say, well, I'm not sure. That's okay. In those circumstances, a line has been crossed, and we have to stand firm.
Civil War? Tim Pool? What does that mean? That's what the Democrats try to do, I think. Okay, here's one from this guy, Mike Benz, who was on with Joe Rogan recently. This is when the Pentagon wanted to use Taylor Swift as an asset for the Western Military Alliance. Let me play this. I haven't listened to it yet. Let me see.
So the first one, that's the most famous and the most common, is working with famous people or being influencers to share information or a particular message. So I include Taylor Swift in here because...
Are you fucking kidding me? NATO Psychological Operations Unit. It's on the screen. Center of Excellence. The NATO Center of Excellence. In 2019, Taylor fucking Swift, who I probably rage posted about 1,400 times about as a geopolitical instrument of statecraft because her goddamn IP discography was purchased by the fucking Carlyle Group. The Carlyle Group, the private equity arm of the Iraq War, with Dick Cheney on its board and the entire Halliburton, West Texas oil mafia. They were the literal funders and profiteers of the entire West Texas military mafia, and it was jointly bought by the Carlyle Group and the Soros Group, who's the London and New York financier class of West Texas. So the fucking military industrial complex, plus its energy stakeholders who rely on the battering ram of the Pentagon, the State Department, the CIA, bought Taylor Swift's discography. She had to re-record her own shit last year in order to win her right, in order to have a parallel tracks to win back her own rights. And of course, she was wheeled out for Biden in 2020 in the Get Out the Vote. And what was it? She won Time Magazine's Person of the Year this year. And I think it was the Wall Street Journal that hypothesized that Taylor Swift would be Biden's, quote, secret weapon to win the 2024 election. Oh, and by the way, her Eras Tour, which is has the economy of I think top 20 nation states by GDP in the entire globe. Her tour. Taylor Swift is a cultural battering ram to swing hearts and minds towards the West. And the fact that here in 2019, it is her picture, and she is the first line of the NATO Psychological Operations Center's personal presentation for artificial intelligence social media censorship techniques, because they've worked with her in the past. Sorry if my mic is cracking. And as a key actor who can be trained to spread desired messaging. Okay, I'm not going to pop an artery.
There you go.
Namaste.
So that's about Taylor Swift. All right. Yep, that's news. The CIA is talking to aliens. They know about them. They're hiding it from us, etc. All right, guys, check out our store. Check out our clothes. We have them. They're really nice. You'll appreciate them. We have shirts about Bitcoin too. And Bitcoin is over 100K again. So that's good too. So we're doing well going into the weekend. Hope you guys have nice plans. Hope you set up your Christmas lights. And we'll see you. I have to Vladdy Dottie. Thanks for the $5 super chat with your Pepe icon. Howdy, Nathan. Can you return to covering more controversial topics like Pedogate, Jays, etc., but do it on other platforms that don't censor? I could, but there isn't any like Pedogate stuff going on right now. So that was like a time. There was like a time and a place that kind of broke through, but now there's Diddy. So Diddy's the latest, and then before that Epstein. But we'll cover it. We'll find a way to cover it on YouTube probably. We're in a new era. Less censorship, supposedly. Thanks, Candid Truth. I'm glad you're around too. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you on Monday around 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right? For now, that's what it is.